there is a deep and powerful stillness beginning to settle within you, a stillness that is not empty, but rather filled with unconditional love. This love flows quietly yet intensely through your soul, connecting you to your person on a level that transcends words. It's as if this love has always been there, waiting patiently beneath the surface, and now it has found the space to rise, flowing with warmth and gentle certainty. You may have noticed moments of peace, even amidst emotional turbulence, as if some higher presence is quietly reminding you that you are loved, seen, and deeply connected to another soul. Yet despite this stillness, you might also find yourself consumed by longing. Thoughts of your person keep returning, perhaps even dominating your days and lingering in your dreams. Their absence is felt deeply, and in moments of vulnerability, it becomes difficult to redirect your focus back to yourself. You may feel as though every attempt to ground yourself is interrupted by their memory, their energy, or the invisible pull of their presence. This longing is not one-sided. In fact, your person is also thinking about you just as frequently, just as intensely. The emotional connection you share is not imagined, it is very real, and it runs deep beneath the surface of your current reality. Your person is yearning for you too. There is a magnetic pull between you, and they feel it just as strongly. The desire to connect on a sensual and intimate level is growing within them, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually as well. They are craving that sacred space where both of you can just be, without masks, without fear, just open-hearted and whole together. This urge stems not only from love but from the overwhelming energy that continues to swirl between your souls. It's an energy that cannot be ignored, and your person feels it vibrating through their thoughts, their body, and their heart. At the same time, both of you are undergoing deep healing. This journey has not been easy. There have been lessons, pain, detachment, and periods of confusion. But all of this has served a higher purpose. The universe has been gently but firmly guiding both of you to face your individual wounds, to grow beyond patterns of fear or avoidance, and to rise into your higher selves. Along the way, you may have noticed an increase in signs and synchronicities, repeating numbers, dreams, unexpected messages, or subtle reminders that seem too meaningful to be coincidence. These are not random, they are signs from the universe, nudging you to trust the path, even if it feels uncertain at times. You are being asked to listen closely to your intuition. The inner voice that says, "This is real, this is meant, this is unfolding as it should." Even when things seem quiet on the surface, a lot is happening behind the scenes. You and your person are being energetically guided back toward one another, not through force, but through alignment, timing, and trust. Both of you have done the inner work, or are in the process of doing so. Spiritually, emotionally, and even physically, you have grown in ways you may not fully recognize yet. The seeds that were planted through this connection are beginning to bear fruit. The reward of your patience, your resilience, and your self-discovery is approaching. Your person, however, is currently struggling with a deep sense of disconnection from the world around them. They may appear distant or withdrawn to others, but internally, they are battling a heavy emotional burden. The pain of losing you, or the fear of truly losing the chance to be with you, is weighing on their heart. This sorrow may be manifesting as anxiety, sleeplessness, or a feeling of being lost in their own life. They miss your presence. They miss your energy, your laughter, your understanding. And although they may not be showing it outwardly, the impact of your absence is profound. But even in the midst of this emotional storm, there is hope. The connection between you two was never meant to break, it was meant to transform. Sometimes, in order to come together more authentically, a period of separation or distance is necessary. It allows for clarity. It creates the space for healing, reflection, and realignment. And most importantly, it helps both individuals reconnect with themselves, so that they can return to the partnership whole and ready to give from a place of abundance rather than need. So, hold on to faith. The universe is not blind to what you're going through. The love you share with this person is sacred and rare. It's not just about romance, it's about growth, purpose, and spiritual awakening. Trust that as long as you continue walking your path with courage and patience, everything that is meant for you will find its way. The energy between you two is still alive, still growing, and still guiding you towards something beautiful. Let go of fear. Let go of doubt. Allow the love within you to expand, and know that you are being led toward the reunion your soul has always known was coming. My beautiful love, my heart is sore. Not just in the way that a body aches after a long day, but in the deep, quiet ache that lives in the soul when it's been through storms, battles, and the kind of emotional weight that leaves you breathless. I've carried so much, more than I ever thought I could bear. And now, I find myself weary in ways that words can't fully capture. I am tired, deeply tired, not just in body, but in spirit. But something is shifting within me. I feel it. Slowly, quietly, like the first hint of light after a long, unrelenting night. I am coming out of the darkness. The fog is lifting, and I'm beginning to see the world, and myself, with clearer eyes. I'm learning things I didn't know before. I'm understanding truths I once couldn't face. And while this process hasn't been easy, while it sometimes feels like I'm drowning in emotion, I know I cannot stop now. I've come too far. I've endured too much. I've grown in the fire, and I'm still growing. And through it all, one thing remains constant: my love for you. My journey, as twisted and complicated as it's been, is leading me back to you. You are the light at the end of my path, the soft landing I long for. My heart has always known where home is, and that place is you. There are so many things you don't even realize about yourself. So many truths about who you are that you've never fully seen. You are terrifyingly beautiful, not just in the way you look, though that alone could silence the world, but in the way you feel, the way you think, the way you exist. There's a depth in you that most people miss because you hide it so well. You wear your strength like armor, and people mistake that for simplicity. But I've seen through that. I've seen the real you, the tender, vulnerable soul you guard so fiercely. And I loved it. I still do. Quietly, completely. I chose to love you not just for your light, but for your shadows too. I love the way you laugh, but I also love the way your voice softens when you're sad. I love your fire, and I love your silence. I love every version of you, even the ones you try to hide. Sometimes, you think I don't love you because I'm not always good at showing it in the ways you expect. But the truth is, I'm so in love with you, I feel it in every corner of my being. Even when I'm far away, even when I'm silent, even when I seem distant, I am loving you. Always. You get me. You really, truly get me. It's rare, you know? To feel seen without having to explain yourself. To be understood in silence, in glances, in those moments where no words are spoken but everything is heard. That's what you give me. That kind of connection doesn't just happen. It's not common. It's not replaceable. You are not replaceable. You are unforgettable. No one else is like you. No one. That's why I'm drawn to you like the tide is drawn to the shore. That's why I can't shake you from my thoughts, why my heart keeps returning to you no matter where I go. It's not just love, it's something deeper, something elemental. You are in my blood, in my breath, in the rhythm of my heartbeat. That's why I'm addicted to you. Not in a way that takes away from me, but in a way that fills me, completes me. You are the missing piece I didn't know I was searching for, and now that I've found you, I can't unknow it. I can't pretend otherwise. Sometimes I wonder if you'll ever truly understand how deeply I feel for you. Maybe I haven't always had the right words, or maybe life got in the way. Maybe I made mistakes. But please know this, loving you has been one of the most honest, raw, and beautiful things I've ever experienced. I don't take it for granted. I don't take you for granted. You are so much more than you allow yourself to be. You are brilliance wrapped in quiet strength, vulnerability clothed in courage. And if the world doesn't always see that, if people overlook the extraordinary soul you are, let them. Because I see it. I always have. I see you. And I will keep choosing you. Not just in the easy moments, but in the hard ones. Not just when it's convenient, but especially when it's not. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm on my way. Every step I take now is a step toward you. Toward us. And I hope, when I get there, your heart will still be open to me. I hope you'll still be waiting, not just because I want you, but because I believe we were meant for something more. Something lasting. Something real. Separation hurts in ways words can hardly describe, and it's not just because of physical distance or the silence that settles between two people, it's because your souls are intricately and profoundly connected. This isn't a casual bond, nor is it something fleeting that time or distraction can erase. It is a soul tie, something deeper than logic, beyond the ordinary understanding of relationships. That's why when the separation comes, it cuts through not only the heart but the very essence of your being. It's as if a part of you is missing, not just someone from your life, but someone from your soul. Your partner feels this too, even if they don't always show it. Even in moments when they seem distant or emotionally guarded, know this, they carry the weight of this connection within them. And despite any confusion, denial, or emotional suppression, they want you to know something deeply personal. When they look at you, they see beauty that goes beyond the surface. They see your grace, your light, and the energy that drew their soul to yours in the first place. You are not just attractive to them, you are mesmerizing. The way you carry yourself, the kindness in your eyes, the strength in your presence, these are things they will never forget. In the near future, you will witness a side of your partner that is rarely seen, maybe even by themselves. A side that is raw, vulnerable, and open. This emotional unveiling may surprise you, but it's a natural result of what they're beginning to understand, that this connection is not just intense, it's sacred. They are realizing, more and more with each passing day, that what you share is not an illusion. It's not a fantasy, nor is it wishful thinking. It is truth. A soul truth. And no matter how far they run, or how deeply they try to bury their feelings, they cannot deny the pull any longer. Many of them have tried. Maybe your partner has pushed you away, closed their heart, or tried to convince themselves that life would be simpler without the complexity of this bond. But those efforts are starting to collapse under the weight of what they feel for you. Even if they've tried to move on or to suppress their emotions, they find themselves being pulled back to the core of what they shared with you. They may find themselves alone in the quiet hours of the night, thinking of you with an ache in their chest they can't explain. Their soul recognizes yours, and that kind of recognition doesn't just fade away. It lives on, echoing through every moment of silence and every beat of their heart. If they've tried to let you go, it hasn't been out of a lack of love, it has often been out of fear. Fear of being seen so deeply, fear of losing control, fear of not being enough, or fear of being too much. But now, that fear is being outweighed by the truth that this connection brings them to life. It humbles them. It brings them to their knees, not in defeat, but in surrender to something greater than themselves. The love they feel with you is not ordinary, it's transformative. And when someone experiences a love that touches the soul, it leaves a permanent imprint. Time and distance can challenge the mind, but they cannot erase the soul's memory. Your partner is starting to understand this in ways they never expected. They are beginning to see that they cannot forget you, no matter how far they travel or how much time passes. You are etched into the very core of their being, and that realization is bringing clarity, and even healing. Slowly, they are learning to stop resisting the love they feel for you and start appreciating it instead. Not just as a beautiful memory, but as a living truth that continues to shape them. They are beginning to appreciate what they once might have taken for granted, the depth, the safety, the comfort, and the inspiration that being connected to you brings. And more than anything, they are starting to realize that this love is unlike anything else they've ever experienced. It is stronger than their fears, stronger than their doubts, and stronger than any connection they've tried to chase elsewhere. This journey hasn't been easy for either of you. But through the pain, the longing, and the silence, something remarkable is happening. Your partner is awakening, not just to your importance in their life, but to the magnitude of the soul bond you share. And that awareness is changing them. It's opening their heart in ways they never imagined and teaching them that love, real love, cannot be silenced, escaped, or forgotten. No matter where you both are right now, your souls are still reaching for each other. And soon, when they are ready, your partner will no longer hide from that truth. They will step forward, not with fear, but with the courage to embrace the connection they now know is real.